Blender is getting better every day with new features, but on top of that, there are some artists who are creating their own add-ons and they have some really cool features. So today we are going to review that. So let's get started. Okay, so here we are at the screen. We can actually start reviewing the add-ons. But before this, I want to tell you, have you seen this kind of errors with the add-ons? And sometimes you install the add-on, but in the search bar, you don't find it. These kind of issues could be solved with this simple free script that exists here. So there is this creator named Salman Naseem. I will put a link in the description. It have this free Blender extension installer. You can just download it. It's basically a Python script, and what we have to do is just click on it, open it in a notepad, select all the script, copy it, and you can just paste all the script here and then click on run. And once you do that, if you just now come here to press N, and there we have this add-on option. Now you can just click on browse and actually give where the add-ons are. In my case, it's here, and then you can select any add-on that you want and click on select. You can also click on install, and yep, it's installed now. And I can just come up here to preference and I can now search for it, fast, and here we have. You can now enable it, and there we have our first add-on. Blender actually now give the drag and drop option. You can do that, but if you are getting some problem, you can probably use that script for it. So let's review the first add-on, that is fast screenshot. Okay, so you can say from the name that what it does is that it captures screenshot but really fast and with just one click. So for example, I created this character and client is saying like send me all angle screenshots with wireframe and all the stuff. So it sometimes takes some time if you're like sending it regular. And yeah, so to save that time, what we have to do is that there is this add-on. You can press N, and there we have the fast screenshot menu. The first thing is the path, so you can just give it a path where the screenshot will be saved. The next one is the resolution. There is a zoom factor. We have to keep everything by default. And then there is the option for wireframe. So we want to send some wireframe option to the clients. For sure, I have to click on the wireframe, and then they give you like the background. Yes, the background will be dark, a bit gray dark maybe. And then there is color. I can choose any color of wireframe that I want. So I would choose this, and there is show that the wireframe would be X-ray or without X-ray. So I would say it would be without X-ray, and I can hide the extra things in my scene like the light and everything that I have. And yeah, then it give you option for the solid, so I can do for the solid, so hide extra. And I don't want the wireframe as I have the wireframe one here. There is also option for the material preview. I don't need it for now, but you can just definitely have that. And here we have all the angles that we can capture. So you can capture front, left, top, back, right, and bottom. So let's do all of them. So it becomes like 12 screenshot, which could be time taking, but yeah, this makes things easy. So if I just click on this, and yep, it somehow rotate the model for some reason, I don't know why, but it capture all of the stuff. And let's just see the test file, and there we have. Okay, so it's the back view, it's the bottom, front, side view, yeah, left and right side, and top view. And that's actually really good, and that save a lot of time. So all the add-ons are in the description, so you can just check out the link. Okay, so next we have is the Blender AutoCam, and this is one of the great add-on that I have ever seen. So once you enable that and add a camera, it actually in the panel view there is a record button that you have. So you have to select your camera, and then you can actually hit on start record. And then the magic thing that it do is that it give you this FPS camera that you can just fly over anything, and then click on escape to just finish that. And the camera is already emitted that you can just generate curve for that, which is super great. And now the camera will follow that curve, and you can actually change the curve path type, and you can edit that curve and then apply it. And there are like so much things to do. Also there is the camera rig feature, which actually rig the whole camera, and then you can decide like where exactly it would be looking. So the looking object, you can decide that. Also you can focus, give the focus thing, so like you can control literally everything with that. And there is so much to do with this camera that I can actually create a whole new video on that. So if you're into that, write in the comment and I will make a full video on this one. Okay, next add-on what we have is for Hotkey's board. Okay, so it's actually really fun one for the beginners actually. What it does is that it shows all the hotkeys. So let me show you how. I would just install this, and after that you can see menu here. And if it have a bunch of options, if you just click on the show overlay, it will give you a keyboard like this, and it have all the short keys that exist in the Blender. So there is like one for front view, 2, 3 for all the angles, and yeah, so it gives you all the options. Also the good thing that I found is if I just keep on the control key, it will automatically give me the things that I can do with the control. Okay, so it give me all the keys that I can press with that, also with shift, also with alt, with space, and yeah. And the next good thing is that, so now I'm in the object mode. If I go to the edit mode, so it come up to the edit mode, and now if I show this one, now everything, all the keys are just for like the edit tool. Okay, so it update all the keys there. So it have this press E, S, D, but probably it's with the shift D, and there is H and all the G and all the things that I can do in the edit mode. And it also support all the modes like the sculpt mode. So now it have all the brushes, as you can see. So yeah, if you're new to Blender and you forget add-ons, this might be a really good add-on for you. So same for everyone, the link is in the description, you can check it out. Okay, the next add-on is actually apply modifier for object with shape keys. First of all, let me show you how we can install, and then I would tell you that how useful this add-on is in my life actually. Actually every 3D artist that create blend shapes, it's like very must for them. Okay, so once you download the zip file, you have to actually unzip that because that don't work, and you have to just drag this file or just install this file. So I would go to the preference and come up here to the install, and then come up to this folder, and this file, and there we can actually install this. Apply modifier for shape keys, yes, it's working, and it actually don't give you any of the menu. What it does is that it directly does. So let me show you first of all the problem is. So for example, I have this character and I have, for example, a subdivision modifier on it. Okay, and let me just apply it with the face actually, so you can see. Yeah, it's actually one object, so I can do that. Okay, so I will apply this one, just add any modifier, and now if I make some blend shapes, for example, so if I um let's make them smile. Okay, so that's the really bad smile I can give to this character. Okay, now the problem is that, for example, I created all the blend shapes like smile and every expression that I want. Now what if I want to apply the modifier? I can't do that. Blender gave this error, modifier cannot be applied with the mesh with shape keys. And there the life-saving add-on comes. What it does is that even it have bunch of modifier going on, I can actually apply this one. So what I have to do is press F3 and then search for apply modifier. Yeah, it actually in the first one. So I have to just click on that and it will give you the list that the list of the modifiers that we have, and it's only the subdivision for now. So I can just click on that. Don't include armature deformation. So if your character is rigged, you have to uncheck that, otherwise it will apply the bones modifier, the armature modifier. So you can just disable that and click on OK, and it will take some time, and boom. I can't believe how useful it is. If you are an artist who create blend shape, this could be really important. So my blend shape is exactly the same. As you can see, the that subdivision is applied, everything's like a bit hyperly, and yes, the add-on is working. So this is like a really lifesaver add-on to me especially. Okay, next add-on that we have is the auto file save checker. So normally what the situation is that we have a bunch of auto save blender files in the folder that we even don't know like we need it or not. Okay, so there are like blender save it every 5 minutes after like a 5 minute or sometime. But yeah, blender have a bunch of these files, and if you're working with the multiple objects, this might take like a long space, and even it's a bit hard to track that. So this add-on help. It's once you install it, it showing this menu temp files, and what it does is that it actually give you how many autosave file that you have. So it automatically detect in your system if your like blender autosave location is by default, then you can do that. And what it does is that it gives you option to open it up here. So all the autosave file, I can just open it up here. It's showing these are like the 5 files. I can delete it all to just clean up some space, or maybe select one of them and then delete that. So yeah, for overall it actually manage all the save file that we have. Okay, so the next add-on is simplify, and believe me, this is one of my favorite add-on, and it does a really simple job. Okay, so for example, I have a complex model or a complex blender project that have a bunch of 3D models with the subdivision, with the bevels, with the hair thing, with the geometry node, and really complex things are going out. And once you like play the animation or something, it actually hang sometime, and the PC lag to like preview all of this. And going in every setting and turning these on and off could be really awful that time. So what it does is that it simply give you a short menu for everything. You can just hide it out. For example, this character have some subdivision, so I can just turn off the subdivision for the preview, and maybe turn off the particle for the preview, and just like turn off the solidify, smooth correctives, geometry nodes, bevels, armatures, bones, shadows, wireframe, everything like that. Okay, so the last add-on that we are going to review this time is the Orbit 360, and let's figure it out what it does. So as you can see from the name, it actually creating a 360 preview of any model that we have. And yeah, to me it's pretty good. Let me show you a few features that are really important to this one. Okay, so let's start with the first setting. It's that you need a PNG sequence, or you need a video file MP4, or you need an animated GIF. So for now, I want a 360 view of this model, a video with the 30 frame per second, and you can just give it custom resolution, but I guess the default resolution is fine. And there we have like show extra areas. So do you want like the selected model, there is like some more object, do you need that? I don't need that, so I just need this one. And then it give you the number of frames that you want to give it a turntable. So to me, like 180 frame would be great for this one. So now I can give it a location, and then it asks for like showing the wireframe if you want the wireframe to be included. So for example, client is asking for the wireframe, you can just click here. Hide extra object for sure, clean the viewport for sure, I need to everything to be clean. And yeah, for now I don't need that wireframe and stuff. So for this one, what I have to do, also there is like the solid wireframe, material preview, or the render version. You can just do it all of these. Okay, so for now I need just the solid one. And for this add-on, what it actually is that you have to decide an angle for yourself. So let me figure it out. This angle could be great for the render, so I just need 360 of it, and I will click on render. Okay, it's saying no active camera, so it don't use the camera, but it need a camera in a scene. So I will just add that and just put it here maybe, and turn it here, and just click on that, and let's see what it does. Okay, so also make sure your object is selected, otherwise it would not work properly.